In the first position, the king is on a3, the black king. Of course, white would take the pawn, and then after a4, push. The problem for black is he cannot get to b2 because then white would get a tempo when he promotes. And getting to a1 and pushing the pawn to a2 costs too many moves. So first, let's consider king b2. If king b2, we just push our pawn, a3 promotes, and this is a winning position because when the king moves, let's say to c2, the queen just comes to e5, forcing the king to b1, and then we come down with a check. Let's say again he goes to b2 or c1, doesn't matter. Let's say b2, we play queen b4. And the king is forced to go in front. We get our king to g3. So now king a1, let's say, that's the only move, and we take the pawn, and white wins. Now after a into b5, pawn push, b6, if king tries to go to a2, then we push, and promote. Now king is on a1, but black pawn is still on a3. How do we win this? We play queen f4, not allowing the pawn to a2, because if black pawn goes to a2, then there is mate. If you allow pawn a2 without any mate threat, then it will be a draw. But here he can't do this because of mate, which means he has to move his king, let's say to b1 or b2. Let's say b2. Now we again go queen b4 and we get the same position. We bring the king over, waiting move, moves, and we take the pawn. So this is why the starting position here is winning for white because black king needs extra moves to get to a1 and the pawn to go to a2. So this is a win. The second position, the king is already on a2, which means when we take push, and we push, black just needs one extra move to go to a1. So you have to understand the goal of black is to get a position with king on a1 and pawn on a2, which will be a draw because white can't make any mate threats and cannot get the king closer. So that's the aim, and black gets that here. So king a1, and when we promote, black will just push, and this is a draw. If you get the king closer, draw, stalemate. And if you make any queen move, the king just moves away, and we'll have to give checks to make a draw. So if you correctly decided that this position is winning and this position is draw, then well done.